part of the main course is Brad Dixon. Brad is a holistic physiotherapist, wellness coach, athlete, and author who runs Everfit Physio and Coaching based in Mount Maunganui. His relationship with food shifted following family health issues. He believes understanding the power of daily habits aligned with promoting well-being for individuals, communities, and our planet is the foundation for societal health change. Brad's story is eating to thrive and survive.
The first memories of my pa was having a running race against him. I was about 4 or 5 years old, and I thought I was a fast runner. But you know what? Pa was faster. I was running as hard as I could down that road, and Pa blew past me, cackling like a hyena, very much like a older, slightly shorter version of Usain Bolt. I can remember all the residents coming out of their houses and cheering us on. Pa, Gordon, Oliver Dixon, and my Nana, Thelma, he was the maintenance man and she was the nurse for the Bryant Village retirement home in Hamilton. And Pa was simply the strongest, kindest, fittest, fastest man that I knew. After his heart attack, he was a shell of his former self. I can remember my mother going up to look after him and coming back and saying that the spark was gone from his eyes. A few months after that, he was pulling weeds in the garden and he had some chest pain. He wandered inside, sat down at the table and died in front of my grandmother. He was simply too full of life to go like that. I can remember viewing the body in the funeral parlour. I was 11 with the family. I just remember feeling physically sick. I can remember my dad leading me out and sobbing. I was sobbing in the backseat of the car at 11. Now, 10 years later, I came home from physio school for a holiday and I took my dad to the gym. He was on a bit of a health kick. And I can remember looking at him on the rowing machine and he seemed really short of breath. And I said, Dad, you should go and visit your GP. I think you've got some kind of respiratory complaint, probably asthma or something. 2 days later, he was having a quadruple bypass. The specialist said that his arteries were 95% blocked and he was months away from a potentially fatal heart attack. Now, his bloods were fine. His cholesterol was in the normal range, his blood pressure was fine. On the outside, just like Pa, he seemed really healthy. But my Pa, he did love his treats. He did love his meaty, fatty meals. And he would have multiple cups of tea every day, each one laced with 2 or 3 teaspoons of sugar. And my dad, well, he travelled a lot for work, and his treat was always the big, greasy breakfast. It's funny, isn't it? Hippocrates said 2,500 years ago that we're only as healthy as our arteries. He also said that all disease begins in the gut. Now, my Uncle Murray was the oldest in the family, and he was the one that looked and took after Pa the most. He was fit. He was strong. It really rocked the family in 2012 when he got his grade 4 bowel cancer diagnosis and was only given months to live. He emailed and blogged the family. He wanted us to take more care with what we ate and made sure that we moved more because that had an impact on our health. Something that he wrote in his blog changed my relationship with food forever. He wrote, "The cards are stacked against prevention. Who wants to change habits of a lifetime? Who can actually stop or decrease eating fatty, junk food, alcohol, highly processed food, and replace it with beautiful, fresh, seasonal vegetables, fruits, whole grains, seeds, nuts, green tea, especially leafy green vegetables, smoothies?" That that blog post just changed my whole relationship with food. So, as a family, we decided to support Murray with a miracle month of May for Murray. We were going to eat what he was eating and support him in his cancer journey. So, as a family, we decided to decrease or eliminate fatty foods, highly processed foods, and just replace them with more vegetables and fruits and whole grains. That was 8 years ago. We haven't looked back. As a family, we feel better. We enjoy eating nutritious, real food. So, as a family now, we do 3 things. Number 1, when we go shopping, we buy real food. Now, that may seem nuts, and the pun's intended, but if you look at the ingredients list of foods these days, there's more numbers than actual ingredients. Maybe we need to buy foods without ingredients lists. You pick up a broccoli, there's no ingredients list. 2, we treat treats like treats. We don't have treats every day. We have them every now and then, and that means that the treat is more special anyway. We are more understanding about the process of how the food got there. It's really important that food doesn't deteriorate our soil health and the health of our rivers and lakes and our oceans. Healthy whenua, healthy whanau. We need to make sure that food is made in a way that doesn't take away from the earth. And number 3, as a family, we remember that we are what we eat, literally. Every cell that is transformed and created is made, constructed from what we imbibe. So we don't want to be cheap. We don't want to be highly processed. We don't want to be fake. We want to be nutritious. We want to be real. We want to be authentic. We want to be close to nature. Now, my pa and Murray may have gone, but Murray's story is now for mine to tell. His message is my message, and I'm going to live it because I believe it's a good message for us to hear. And you know what? If Pa was around, he would still be trying to pick races with my kids. I want to be running races at 95 with my great-grandkids. I want to make sure that I eat to move me towards health and not shift me towards disease. I want my family, I want us to work on our health from the inside out. So if we can do that, if we can eat in that way, we can have longer on this earth to make beautiful memories with the people that we love. Kia ora.